Chief Meteorologist James Zahara and Storm Track 8 Weather. Sponsored by Pillar Equipment. People first.
A few things to watch on the radar tonight.
Yes, the good news is nothing severe, but nonetheless, some good old-fashioned thunderstorms will be rolling through our skies as we go through the next few hours or so. So let's do a little tracking on our storm tracker, and we've got some lightning out there. That's right, Jim. And we'll start with areas around Macomb. Hancock, Medina County right there, seeing some very active thunderstorms that we see. Should be arriving in Western Illinois University sometime in over 15 minutes or so, even at the airport as well, industry as well. We make our way a little bit farther north, and we are arriving into places like Aquaka. Nice little cluster of storms that we see right there. If we go ahead and put a tracker on this area of activity, moving off to the northeast around 32 miles an hour or so. We're looking at towns like Biggsville, Seton, and Little York being going to see some pretty good rains and even a good lightning show to go with it as well. Farther north as you go and see the Quad Cities, all dry for the time being, but there's that line that we see just making its way into western Muscatine County. This is actually moving more off to the north and east at around 32 miles an hour, and that'll be affecting the towns within the next 20 minutes or so or less, not only in Muscatine, but also in Wilton as well. If this line holds together, then we expect it to be arriving in the Quad Cities, I would say about I'm looking at about 11:30. I would say right around there still, maybe closer to 11:30. And once again, I think once this moves on by, we're talking about rainfall amounts of between a tenth and a quick quarter of an inch of rain. Then once this moves on by, then we should quiet down our skies for the rest of the night. Here's our storm system responsible for all the activity. A lot of severe weather that popped up around northern Missouri into Iowa. Numerous reports of hail and even close to a half a dozen reports of tornadoes as well. All that's moving off to the northeast. A core of this system still needs to make its way through the area, and I do anticipate that in our forecast come tomorrow. Here's our future track from the 3 o'clock a.m. hour to about 7. We start seeing some scattered light showers around the area, maybe spotty in nature even as we make our way later in the day on Thursday. Well, we will encounter not only the clouds associated with those raindrops, but that cool easterly breeze. So the temperatures that we had today will very likely be in our forecast tomorrow, maybe a few degrees warmer in some spots. But the bottom line here, we're looking at getting that warm spring jacket out again. 52 in Maquoketa, 55 degrees in Sterling Rock Falls. We'll go about 56 in Muscatine. Lower 60s from Galesburg westward into Mount Pleasant. And the Quad Cities will shoot for a daytime high of just 55 degrees, so just a couple of degrees warmer than what we enjoy today. Now, fortunately, we do dry out nicely as we end the work week. This is Friday morning at 7 a.m. We'll move the clock all the way to 3, and it looks like we'll be dealing with some partly cloudy skies across our area. Nice way to end the work week, nice and dry. But you see the green out to the west? That's our next chance of wet weather, and that'll be sweeping its way through here by Saturday morning. So a lot of those Little League games, soccer, you name it, softball, could be a little wet, at least developing so on Saturday, and that chance will linger on heading into our Sunday. So showers, some non-severe thunderstorms will be making its way across our skies. Should be ending sometime after 2 a.m. for hometowns well north and east of the Quad Cities. 46 for the overnight low, and then for tomorrow, still some light rain in spots and still quite cool with a daytime high of 55 degrees. Lower 60s then heading into the weekend. We'll continue that phase as we make our way even into early next week. But we also begin to slowly dry out too, and that's where temperatures will finally make their way around 70 degrees by this time next week. Warmer 70s heading into the following weekend, which could encounter a few showers and thunderstorms as well. Your 3-degree guarantee sponsored by good friends at Erickson Chevrolet Buick in Milan. We were looking at a high of 56. It got to 53, so we add another $20 to the pot.
Very nice.
On the road to $500 again, right?
So far, so good. I got to keep it going.
Thanks, James.
You bet.
Still ahead tonight, TikTok. How much extra you could pay if you keep Uber waiting on you.
Oh, big TikTok. And celebrating with pink instead of blue. Why this baby's birth is a century in the making for one family.